Welcome, everyone, to the Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals podcast series, featuring great discussions, insight, and resources on all things related to education and administration.
Hello, this is Nina Davis, Associate Director of Member Services and Engagement, and I am here interviewing our participants today at our AP Summit. So today I have Mr. Ray Henderson, and we're going to go ahead and get started today. So Ray, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your current position?
Yeah, I am the new assistant principal at L'Anse Creuse High School. I've been there since the end of August, so just a little bit over 5 months. 18 years before that, I was the Dean of Students, Assistant Director at our alternative high school, which is called the Pellerin Center.
All right, sounds great. So I'm so glad that you were able to be here today. Can you talk to us a little bit about your feelings thus far about the AP Summit?
I'm absolutely loving it. I always enjoy coming to these. It's about the third one of the AP and Dean Summits that I've been to. Been to EdCon several times in the past also, and I always take away something that I can use in the building and go back. I've even contacted speakers and had them come to speak to our program individually. So
Great. I'm so glad that you're having a great time. It sounds like you've had a great time in the past as well. Can you talk to us about a session that you've especially enjoyed thus far?
Both of the morning ones are really good. The keynote speaker, the first thing in the morning, he was fantastic, talking about trust. I think that's so important. We have somewhat of a new administrative team in our building, so building trust amongst ourselves and the rest of the staff and the student body has been so important to us. And then the other presentation that I went to was Dr. Campbell's talking about the school culture revival, and he had about 90 different suggestions, different things that other schools are doing across the country, even out of the country, and different things. And I couldn't type them down fast enough, but I'm going to go bring them back and bring them to the administrative team, and I'm sure we're going to be able to pick one or two of them that we can use.
That sounds amazing. I hate I missed that session because it sounds like you got a lot of great information. I'll have to make sure I get that information as well. So can you give us one takeaway that you plan to return to your building and implement?
Yeah, actually the very last one, the little breakout session.
Parade of ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so one of the ideas that was presented was to run off mailing labels, stick them on the back of a postcard, and have every student in the school have a teacher write something on that card and then mail it out to the home saying something positive that they did. So there's a positive message going home, there's a positive message for the student. And I just think that would be something really positive, that, there are so many kids that just go through the day and may not be seen or feel like they're not seen. So if they can have a personal message from at least one teacher, I think that'd be worthwhile. I
think that's a great idea. All administrators could use and take back to their buildings. So thank you so much, Ray, for being here today and doing this podcast. Hope that you have a great time and enjoy the rest of your time here at the Summit today.
You too.
All right, thank you. Up next, listen as Stacey Arris shares a little about her experience at the AP Summit 22. And I am here this morning with Stacey Arris, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about her experience thus far at the AP Summit here in Crystal Mountain. So Stacey, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your current role?
Sure, Nina. Good morning. I am in my first year as an assistant principal of middle school, Carter Middle School in Warren, Michigan. Work with Amy Hendry, one of your MASSP executive directors. So I'm really enjoying my first year. It's been a little challenging, but that's where I'm at.
Absolutely. It's been challenging for us all, so you are not alone in that, Stacey. What are your feelings thus far about the AP Summit?
The greatest takeaway for me right now is the feeling of validation. When you get to spend time with people who are going through the same thing as you. And being new and in my first year, you kind of think you're all alone in that and what you're feeling. And there are APs here who are new, and there are APs here who have been doing it a long time and have been coming to the summit for a long time and are still experiencing the same feelings, the same things going on. So validation that what I'm feeling is normal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's great. And I'm hoping you're also able to take away those networks so that you can, have some people to bounce some ideas off, if you need that in the future. Can you talk a little bit about a session that you have especially enjoyed here?
Well, I was super excited about Haley's session yesterday because restorative justice and restorative circles is something that I've made like my personal goal. So I saw her briefly present it during one of the In the Middle with You meetings, and so I really wanted to kind of see how she really laid out the entire process. So that was really exciting for me to see. I've tried to catch her here and there and ask questions in between, but that was one that I took a lot of information back with me, and how that can help me reach my goal too.
Oh, that sounds great. That sounds really good. Can you share one takeaway that you plan to return to the building and implement?
So yesterday morning, when Gary talked about language, instead of I have to and I must, changing that into I'm going to and I will, just trying to turn more positivity in the way we talk will help, because we are all struggling a little bit with lots of different things. So to turn that language around, that's something I can start today. I had 2 phone calls already this morning that I had to take, and so just being conscientious of putting that positive spin on the language, so that, and I think that will help our students too, to see that it's not always that negative tone.
Absolutely. I think that's something we can all use, and you can take back to the building for, all the adults in your building as well.
And it's fast and easy and immediate. It's not something that takes any time at all to implement.
Exactly. So. Well, Stacey, thank you so much for taking time to sit down and chat with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at the Summit.
I will. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Finally, listen in as Rich Palmer shares his experience at the AP Summit 22. Live from the AP Summit with Rich Palmer. So we're going to go ahead and get started and talk a little bit about his experience thus far here at the Summit. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your current role?
All right, my name is Rich Palmer, and I am assistant principal at Anchor Bay High School. Spent 17 years as a social worker before I became AP, and I enjoy working with kids. I tell people that assistant principal and social work go hand in hand in regards to being able to build relationships with people and help problem solve and address some of the issues within the schools.
Thank you. What are your feelings thus far about the AP Summit?
So far, I like it. I'm engaging in a lot of conversations with people from all over the state in regards to topics that I was curious about and wanted to get more information about to bring back to my school at Anchor Bay.
Okay, wonderful. Mr. Palmer, can you talk a little bit about a session that you have especially enjoyed here?
My breakout session, I got to talk with individuals in regards to LGBTQ, which is an area in which I'm interested in. At my school at Anchor Bay, we are starting a program, and I just need some more guidance and information from those who have that program in their school and being able to grab some of their techniques and some of their things to help me improve the school culture at Anchor Bay.
Okay, and finally, can you share one takeaway that you plan to return to the building and implement?
In my beginning session today, we had these speed cards which we used, and it really talked about in regards to the importance of listening to individuals, as well as extending the effort in regards to building those relationships with people. So my takeaway is to be able to engage our teachers to do the same in regards to building relationships with students for a more productive student in the classroom. So that was a good takeaway. And the cards that were used, I'm probably going to have them on my desk, ready to go once I return back and implement that right away.
All right. Well, Mr. Palmer, again, thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at the AP Summit. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.